And since I just made a short about Ace Combat 4, it would only be fitting that I went ahead and just followed it up with 5 anyway. Now, 5 was my first Ace Combat that I had in terms of like, alright, so I'm like 9, 10 years old. I'm starting to be able to comprehend what things are. And this game was just epic. Now, as a kid, I had this affliction with playing on an easier difficulty because I didn't want to be weak or something like that. So I never beat the game as a kid because you put it on like hard and they will kick your ass for real. Now there's things about this game that I like. I like the cutscenes. I like the story. I like the presentation. I like what it's doing. I like everything about that. I like the amount of planes that you have and all this good stuff. I don't like how they only limited you to like one special weapon. That kind of sucked. I mean, I guess it makes sense because you can, just pick that aircraft for a different person in your squadron. But I'm one of those where we're all flying out together. I like seeing us all fly in the same plane. So it would be cool to be able to have a couple different special weapons, to be able to have like all F-14s, for example. But, a couple of them are carrying Phoenixes, and a couple of them are carrying something else. You know what I mean? The way you could have the variety, something like that. But this is an absolute must-play. One thing I don't like about this compared to Ace Combat 4, you're like, without Afterburner or anything like that, your basic cruise speed on Ace Combat 4 is going to be like 280, 300 miles an hour. It's like, it forces you to be over like 300 and some odd miles an hour, just regular cruising speed in this game. And while that's not necessarily a problem all the time, whenever you're talking about tight-end maneuvering and all this good stuff, dogfighting, I feel like I had more control and had more fun doing it with Ace Combat 4 than I had with Ace Combat 5. Not to mention, what is this having to put 2 missiles into just about every single plane, even if it's just a little F5 just to kill it? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense at all. That's one thing I liked about Ace Combat 4 as compared to 5. When you go back and you play 4, most of the time, unless it's a big plane, it's 1 missile. A lot like it would be in real life. Other than that, that's a small gripe, really. It's a small gripe. This game is epic, and you have to play it, especially if you're an Ace Combat fan or just like flying games in general. The story, the gameplay, everything's great.